welcome to Soprana Hotel Podcast. My name is Diana, and together with Sebastian, we will be sharing our more than 10 years of experience within hospitality sector, consulting, recruiting, and outsourcing.
Exactly. And just imagine you are traveling around the world, maybe in the private case, maybe in a business point, and you have the clearness and the safetiness that every hotel, every traveling has the same quality, gives you a good feeling, good energy. And that is why we decided to invite you in our podcast as owner of a hotel, as management, as team member from a hotel, and as a guest as well.
Over our podcast, we will go through the whole year cycle, sharing and discussing the processes of the hotel and sharing the best experiences and insights. Stay with us. Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to the Hotel Soprana. And now we are in October.
Yeah.
Sebastian,
The second time.
Second time in October, yes. We will have a lot of bloopers for this episode recording. But Sebastian, in October in Scandinavia, what is happening, especially in Norway, is now that our clients are getting ready for skiing season. And probably I will not lie when I say that skiing season preparation and summer season preparation, it's still similar because it is the same problems that everyone is dealing, a lack of workforce. What can we do about it?
So that is like when Christmas comes again. That is, tomorrow is Christmas. So that I have sometimes the feeling when you have a clear, the year isn't every time the same framing, right? Good. After 4 years, you have 1 day more or lower. So, but in general, it's the same. And I'm really surprised that the clients are surprised that now it's October and we start again.
Yes.
So, because for me, it's not clear from the process side on, from this, when they say, I have no time, I must do this and this and that. But when you have the same task, the same things, and you are surprised in October, then that is October. No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, actually, what our clients are doing now, they are already getting ready in advance because they have learned that sometimes it could be that you receive hundreds of resumes in the meantime when you don't need the people to start working. And sometimes you think that those who have been working before will return because they said so. But in reality, since we all know what happens after the pandemics, is that a lot of people are shifting and moving away from hospitality sector because, well, they saw that, it's unpredictable business. They cannot work. And so they upskilled, they became social media managers, real estate agents and whatever, And in this case, we are helping companies with international recruitment from European Union mostly. And what we see is that it's about 50% of candidates who are sometimes even ghosting our clients or overall after the job interviews. They disappear because they are online participating in a lot of job interviews. They can send and apply for any hotel very easy. They are on demand, and sometimes the salary is the last turning point. We also know the statistics that after the first interview, 37% of candidates don't speak to this potential employer anymore because they are, again, looking into other better offers. And how to decrease that? Get ready in advance, set up the processes in advance, arrange, sign a contract in advance. So that will help to prevent from ghosting candidates, And on the other hand, again, we're coming back to the topic about employer branding, collecting this feedback from your current employees, your team members, and also allowing your potential candidates to speak to them, include them in the interviews. Let them speak, let them be your advocates, because again, it's about the trust. Whenever we are talking to the person who is interested in hiring, they have the need. It's that we are looking and very carefully, is it all true what the person is saying? So people are saying, I don't believe everything is so good in that company. I know I have been working in the hotels for many, many years, and I know how it works. I know the problem. So this is too good to be true, and I don't trust it. And it's a bad feeling. Too good, too good conditions. How to prevent from that?
The one sentence what you said is, I work in this hotel many, many years and I know the problems.
Hotel industry.
Or in the hotel industry.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't general. Good, thank you.
Well,
it's a mix or a melting pot of different things. At first is the owner and the CEO must have a clear imagination for what the hotel, his building, his company stands for. So at first, so when I'm, for example, a sports-orientated guy, so it makes fully sense with the skiing and so on, I put all in the sports. So, and then I can take a look who is also interested in sports. And maybe when I have a team who has personal interest in sports, it's more easy because you have a additional base to speak and use this metaphoric to make the fulfillment in the hotel, for example. And when you know this exactly, okay, how many times do you need for create a new team? How many this, then write it down. Write it down and make you some thoughts about the best case and the worst case. And the truth will be between them. So you have a minimum on handrail what you can use. You know your time, you this and this and this, and then it's no surprising. And at the beginning of October, it's like, oh my God, it goes again, and so on and so on. So first, second one is also from the employee side, why you want to go there. It's only about that you get a job, or maybe take a look around the hotel, what you can add on for your personal interest. So also like the sports, for example. So, and every time expect the unexpected. When somebody said, we have this virus all over the world, nobody can handle it. But then in the same time, have a good creative team when you have maybe some sports interesting together. What I can create with such a team as add-on, for example, digital products, online courses, everything would work. The most people who were very creative, they have also a good job and income in the pandemic time. But they were free in the mind and spontaneous. So, and that is when I'm a good guest giver in the analog world, how I can be it in the digital world, and so on and so on. And when I'm not able to do something, for example, the hotel is closed and so on, build up your future clients, create your future clients that you are able on the 1st of October in 2020 XX. We are ready. When somebody gives us a design, we are open, we are ready. We can call our clients because they have a pre-booking, for example, special pricing or what else. Be creative. But when you are in this daily business, in this hamster wheel, and you're changing and take a look on the problem, is this a problem, not a problem, was a problem, what else? You are not able to develop the company, but it is necessary. So my recommendation in this time, as the CEO and maybe as a leader in the team, and when you have a responsibility of a department or a chapter of the hotel, for example, for the kitchen, book and create you some creative times. Not a meeting, not some how we do the day. Take a look together in the next years. And then in every time minimum, you create a picture when it's not so good. When somebody say, oh, we closed your hotel or what else, then you can say, it doesn't matter. In 5 years, there we are. So, and that's it. Create a frame, draw a picture of it, and then put it on the wall. Yeah, that's very important.
I would also add that, you need to find out what are your employer value proposition. I was quite surprised when I came to visit one of our hotel clients, and all the team members, they were in Norwegian language lessons. Mm-hmm. And, well, this is something that they, for example, never mentioned or forgot to mention, when for hiring, whenever we started working, it was not there. But it is also one of the advantages for people because they not only get to know and work maybe in international setting, get to know local cuisine, local traditions, meet international or local tourists. They can also learn, which is helping to develop and upskill. And what is missing a lot in the hotel industry and what people are considering when they are choosing profession, they are saying, if I become a cook, maybe I will become the best cook ever, right? But it could be that I will stay and what's next, right? I can be changing workplaces, similar like with doctors. When you become a family doctor, you're most of your life.
Yeah, or an insurance consultant. Yeah, that's the same. So yeah, my parents had, my grandfather had. So it's good for you. Yeah. Really? Do you drive also the car of your grandfather? Any perspective?
Yes. So in this case, learning, upskilling, flexibility is also one of the top needs for the people, because whenever they can choose and change the direction of their work and work in the office, because sometimes I also know that some hotel industry team members have switched into other industries, upgraded, upskilled, and they are now working in the office where they can get remote work options, flexible hours, and so on, in this case, it is something that people are asking for, and we can help people with that, maybe invite people not for 3 months, but also for 1 month, and you can switch it into the schedule of people by giving this flexibility, the same with, for example, nurses, you can have a nurse for 2 weeks, then 2 weeks back home, and you keep shifting them. But this gives flexibility and attracts more clients, because salary is not the final decision point anymore. In Scandinavia, the salaries have not been increasing as much as in some other European countries. And in some cases, some people are saying, the difference is not that much that I would leave my family here now anymore. What are other benefits of coming there? If it is skiing season, maybe you have an option to provide skiing lessons, because some people live in the countries where this is not popular, or even geographically, it's not possible, to learn, try and do that. And by providing this option, it can be also something fun, Again, what else do people do after work, especially in the mountains where there is quite remote location, you cannot go out to the city maybe that easily. And in this case, keeping people also entertainment and creating a sense of belonging within organization, within the team, it's the human approach. I like saying that behind every role, there is a human. Yeah. So we need to sometimes look at things very simple,
Yeah, and exactly. And when you imagine the season, it's over. And for example, on March, or I don't know how long the snow exists in Norway. Then with the last day, the new season started. Not in October, directly in April. And then use the April to prepare the season for October. When you have a good employee, like don't know, a manager or what else, or maybe some animator for sports, also ask him, so what was good in the season? What you missed in the season? Do you want to be a part of it? So let us agree. You are maybe half-time also in April in the hotel. We reflect a little bit the season, and you are able to create your own products, as you said, over the summer. Then we can share it. One thought, spontaneous thought, when you said, for example, the hotel owner gives some teaching lessons for the native language. Great, offer this, spread it out, also for some clients, for some guests. Hey, they learn in a digital world, for example, with their possible skiing teacher, or a receptionist, or massage, or what else, or cook, or waiter, or together in the class, they're sitting there learning the same words, languages, and they can use it then. Wow, we see us in October, we see us in November, great. So use it, connect the dots, and make it easy, because people want to be a part of it. Yeah. Otherwise, when they don't have the feeling, then they have a reason, or say, this is not good, this is bad, and so on and so on. They give much faster maybe a negative thing, or searching a negative thing. But when you have the feeling you are a part of the hotel, a part of the family, whatever does it mean, so then it's more easier also to plan in the future. So, but the most, as I say, is that especially the owners and entrepreneurs who lead the hotel, that is sometimes, hey, we did it since the last 20 years. Yeah. What happened? Yeah, we also drive with a car over the road and not riding a horse. So, and the development of technologies is so much faster than in the last 100 years. Yeah, so I can ignore it, but it's a people business that I have to work and to understand the people. So, and give them the open space that I can give something in.
Also the other thing, again, whenever we're working with people, these are the people that have been candidates have been working with us for many years, and we already know not only their experience but their preference, their character, which allows us also to select the best candidate for our client when we know what folks are expecting. And in this sense, I was thinking that there are sometimes people, when they come back after the season, when we are speaking to them in between on a regular basis, sometimes they're saying, there was fully no onboarding. For example, when a chef comes to the hotel, they cannot get information, for example, about the number of guests staying in the hotel, and also some processes are not working. Not clear onboarding process. Like, we have been creating the program for our clients about onboarding the team members, right? It doesn't matter when you're starting the business. Your competitors are maybe doing better. They are adjusting and adopting technology. But sometimes you can do and have a program for how to train your newly coming people. And we know that turnover in hotel industry is really high because the season, you need to have this process set up ready, onboarding. Okay, so not to miss anything, customer privacy, preparation, where we are ordering the food from, who are the suppliers, who is responsible for what do we do when something happens, who gets complaints, how do we arrange those complaints. And I think we are investing a lot in technologies for getting positive feedback and overall improving the loyalty and feedback from the clients, from the tourists. But what about the people who are working with us? Because this is what is helping to arrange everything inbound, and to successfully get ready for all the seasons, not only skiing season, but also summer season.
Is the smiling only when the guest comes through the door, or is the smiling 24 hours a day? Because I like it, I love it, I feel I'm an important part of the team and so on. And what I have is spontaneous, for example, when the season is over, or you prepare everything, then start yourself in a season 2 weeks earlier, maybe in the middle of September, and make a testing day. Yeah. Maybe that could also be a good benefit. So invite the families of your team employees that they can be a guest. The new employees, team leaders, and so on can train their job, and they will do it good, I think so, or not so good. We will see how is the relation in the family. But here you can make the dots, and then you give also the possibility to the owner and so on that they do some relationship to the family, and it makes something. So, and then you have a test market, and the family will say, "Hey, Sebastian, the bed was not good with this when you do it and so on. I like it more, the pillow more in this direction and so on." That's a good feedback, but is this then important? Can we add it on this follow-up and process and so on? And last thing I think so for this episode from my side is write it down as a checklist. The most people think about, it's a checklist, I must use it, otherwise I will... no, that is your handrail. That is your handrail that you can do the performance also when you have a not so good day and so on. This short story from this hotel in the mountains in the Alpen. There's a 5-star hotel, and every time for families they get 5 stars. And it's a completely package, but the magic is they have a little children's store like a supermarket. Yeah, and maybe the one or so the bears with the supermarket, this little store, the ladies or the girls more with the girls' house, right? So and then they have a real good product, mini products, and the younger employees have only to do one job. When one child play with this little store, they have a checklist and they renew it like it was not played before. And that every child has the same chance to get the same experiences in this high quality. And the parents say, "Wow, I have free time. No children what, Mom, can I have this? I'm bored. Oh, no. That is magic. So, and then I can say as an employee, oh, I know how it's to do. No. Be able to do it again in this 100% level. And that is why checklists are very good. But the most people don't invite their employee with a sense to the checklist. They do it by saying, you must do that. You must explain the sense behind and then test it and say, okay, how you feel after 3 months is good or not. Give when you implement or you want to implement something new, arrange with your team a test time that everybody can say, okay, after 3 months, I can give my fully feedback. And I know when I'm constructive critic, my opinion is important and it will be implemented also. And it's not the owner on his phone and said, that is why I said it. So, yeah, who do the job? That's it.
All right. So that's the sum up of today's episode, is that treat your team members like you would treat your guests and start with small steps. Thank you, Sebastian.
And yourself.
And yourself. Thank you, Sebastian.
Thanks to being here.
Let's meet in November.
Makes sense.
Thank you for visiting us at Hotel Soprana podcast about hospitality. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and see you in 2 weeks.